Alright, so I'm gonna go some direction. Wow. Sweet. I'm with UPS. He's the pizza boy. Well, hello.
Sweet sugary. Feel like there's sugar running through your veins. I would bite now, but there'll be plenty of time for that later. Where is your husband?
He's on his way.
I see. Possibly the three of us will have a zesty three-way.
Well,
Have you ever been with a corpse before?
no, I don't think so.
And you have not been with one as superior and noble as Mary's the Great.
Well, that's a definite no. Yeah.
If I weren't planning on killing you, I would tell you I'm a fan of Amzy.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, the first part was a little odd, but
But I'm planning on killing you, so I'm not going to tell you this. So,
okay, well.
you will come in, you will have some seltzer beverage with flavor to wash down your throat, and we shall prepare for what we have to do.
all right.
No, Brennan's late. Classic. Hello. Nice to meet you.
What?
Can we shake? All right.
You look like a bear yourself.
Oh, thank you. That's a nice compliment.
It is.
Yeah.
Are you indeed a bear?
I think I'd be more of an otter, right? Because I'm like thin.
Thin.
Yeah.
You are thin.
Yeah.
You are a superior drummer.
Oh, thank you.
Your skill exceeds such a
Appreciate
band
that.
as Amzy.
Oh, my
Because
skill exceeds a band like Amzy.
It's true.
Maris is not wrong about that.
But why is it you are in a band that probably by the end of the day is going to be dead?
That's a long question to answer. I think it kind of just goes back to like a serendipitous meeting with these guys.
Serendipitous meeting.
Yeah. Years ago, we kind of met. We met the New Fashioned Way off Craigslist.
Craigslist.
Yeah. About that list.
That and Tinder.
Yeah, I wish we had met on Tinder. That'd be a better story.
So now
Man, it must be hot in here.
we are having a secret moment. Shh. Let me see your furry belly.
No.
Oh! You are indeed a bear.
I am.
Now, if Axl Rose was here, he would be proud if you showed me your furry buttocks.
You gotta save that.
For what? What are we saving it for?
I can't.
I'm here
I can't.
Get a bike at some point.
I'm not
but it's
comfortable
Like,
in this.
it's never been like private.
I need dinner first.
You need some food to
Someday,
digest in
though.
your system before you show your hairy buttocks. Amzy is an unusual name for a band. What does it mean?
This is a question we get a lot. It's actually my mom's name. She spells it differently. It's Amzie.
I've never met a mortal with the name of Amzy. Are you sure she's not lying to you, as she's lied to you about the great many things, such as that you were raised in Denver, when
Yeah.
clearly you are East Coast?
Yeah.
I think she might be lying.
She
probably lying.
probably. She might not even be mortal. So
Yeah.
I don't even.
What was your
times.
first official release?
Our first official release was November 2014.
And it was that single, right?
Our single, 5
Yeah.
to Midnight.
Oh, here we go again, up here we can pretend our hearts are useless. I hope we meet again and try to count the days from scars and bruises. Cause we can laugh at fairy tales, but we don't want a different ending. And you can always run and hide, but fate will decide when we are trending.
And
What
then
was
that
the reaction to the Mortals?
Well, it
people
was.
liked it.
We released it like was it right before or during Hometown for the
It
Holidays?
was kind of a fast uptick.
Yeah, it was pretty
from
quick
that
because
song.
the like 93.3 said,
Yeah.
okay, you guys are in, and you're gonna be like actually playing in
Yeah.
the final, like in the top 3, and
Yep.
so we were like, okay, just trying to get this thing out there too, so like
And then
other
we-
people can hear it, and
We released that on an EP, and then we followed up with Words, which again was another quick little springboard.
How
platform.
did that feel for you mortals to have such a receptive audience so early?
I think it was good because realistically, like Brennan and I and Nick, the bass player at the time, we had been playing music for 10 years off and on with each other. So it's not like it just kind of, I mean, it looked like it happened overnight, but it was kind of snowballing into that in the years we were playing music together. It just kind of all came together at the right
Yeah.
times.
My heart is beating like a drum in this conversation without thoughts. And I finally found someone who doesn't mind a few with my touch. And I'm never putting down my phone. And a thought is running through my mind of your smile on the other line. And I've got to go, but I can't leave this electric road. I should have said it from the start, but oh my God, you took the words right out of my heart. Ooh, you took the words right out of my heart. Ooh, you took the words right out of my heart.
It was
How did we get
exciting.
here?
It was very exciting
we-
because things were happening so quickly at that time. But then, then it kind of becomes a lot of pressure in a way because it's like, well,
Tell me
you know,
about that pressure.
well, because then you have to, you can't just like rest on your laurels. You have to keep making music, and you have to. There's more expectation when more people kind of have already heard you. So I think we went through a point of like trying to figure out our next move, and it's you definitely want to maintain people's attention, but you want to like do things your own way.
You
So
wanna
it's kind of
stay
a tension.
true to
Yeah.
your roots.
well, yeah, the fans too, like because we just got all of these people all of a sudden that we had like never met before. I mean, we had family at a lot of like the show. We still do have family at our shows, but then it's just people we've never met before saying, "I love your music," and all of a sudden, like we're so new, we don't really like. They mean so much to us. That pressure oftentimes comes from just not wanting to let them down. It was just, I mean, we
Yeah.
try to use it.
So then we had a follow-up EP
Mm-hmm.
with Words on it, and Sorry Not Sorry.
Words has been the biggest response you've had.
Actually, so
Sorry Not
Words,
Sorry.
Words
probably.
was
I don't
our
know.
biggest radio song. It went like locally. It went to #1, #1 requested locally, and then we got played in Hawaii and Kansas City
Yeah,
and
a little bit.
Philadelphia.
A little bit.
But then our second bigger single, Sorry Not Sorry, it didn't do so well
Is
locally.
that bigger on Spotify?
But it's
Yeah.
bigger on Spotify.
Yeah.
Tell me about that video that you did for it.
Oh, I mean,
It's fun. Is that our only music video?
It is.
I think it is.
It's not only like official music.
Yeah, we
Right.
needed a music video.
We
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 got volunteers off Also
Fans.
Grinder.
yeah.
I don't want
to that single, you released the next EP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Worlds
What
of
was
Our
that
Own.
called?
Oh,
That was
Worlds of Our
called,
Own.
yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, each song had its own vibe because when we started the project that became Amzy, a lot of what Sean and I liked to do when we were doing songwriting is trying to find a bridge between his style and my style. He's like rock, alternative, K-pop, stripper music,
Huge K-pop.
Hillbilly hip hop.
Yeah.
And I'm like synth pop. So we've always tried to create a bridge between those two because then we can like try to find something new.
Synth pop dance.
And so with each of these songs that we were making, when we put them into an EP, they were connected in a lot of ways, like in how the lyrics and the story and the emotions behind it actually had a narrative to it, but the sound was from very different places and became their own type of world where it would come from. So we looked at that and thought, well, this is just the worlds of our own in each song.
And when you see him, it feels like that movie, 'cause he could truly be the one. You say it doesn't matter, he's not like the others. He'll care for your heart till dawn. And he left your heart so broken, and I picked up those pieces and made your heart unknown. But then I saw he never left you.
I see. After you released that, you went on tour, opening for St. Motel. What was that experience?
Oh, that was
That was
incredible.
a great experience.
And is that the first time you saw Sean's hairy buttocks?
You know,
Those
I don't
buttocks
know
and
the
I go
first
way
time.
back.
It was probably either that tour or another one, but probably a.
Were you
Hairy
jealous
buttock
of his
tour.
hairy buttocks? Did you say,
No.
I would do better on Grindr if I had a hairy buttocks?
You know, that didn't really occur to me at the time, but now that you mention it, I think you bring up a very valid point.
Of course
Yeah.
I do. I am Maris the Great.
Yeah.
Tell me about that tour.
It was great. We did like
We kind of felt spoiled.
5 or 6 dates, and they were all sold out. And we just, because St. Motel puts on a really great live show,
Yeah.
so we just had to bring our A game and
Prep the crowd
Yeah,
in a way.
And do you feel it was successful?
Yeah.
it was. We got a ton
it-
of new fans.
It actually allowed us to then tour the same circuit ourselves,
I was
smaller
gonna ask
rooms,
about
based off of the people that had seen us the year prior.
Yeah.
So we did that same sort of leg again, just as Amzy.
Sometimes new bands and tours have horror stories about touring because they're not experienced. Did you have any horror stories?
No, I think
Like-
it was because, I mean, part of the reason was early on we really cared about the live show. Like that was a,
we
like-
still care about them.
and yeah. Well, we don't
Not
care about it
anymore.
anymore. No,
that's
we,
fun.
Live shows don't exist anymore,
Yeah,
so
so
can't
but we
care about
we
them.
really put a ton of like thought, time, effort, and new ideas into it, and like, with the hope of if we ever have an opportunity, we can actually try to get to the same level of these more experienced bands. And the response seems to be, yeah, you guys were doing well, so we just kept going. We tried to.
I think our live show is really what captures the essence of Amzy,
Yeah.
where our recordings are pretty great, but our live show is, and I'm going to toot our own horn here,
Oh,
it's
toot it,
it's
Sean.
phenomenal. That's where we shine as a band.
Forget the time and have some fun. Just dance with
How important is the music business in this day and age?
The music business, I think it's consistently changing, and I think right now it's the Wild West in music with streaming and what streaming platforms are going to start doing.
And with the COVID era, too.
Yeah, and COVID,
changing how people
streaming
watch.
and live streaming are going to change, in my opinion, the music business. I think streaming platforms are going to start acquiring artists, and that's going to change how labels acquire artists and how people make music. So I think right now, being a DIY artist like Amzy, or DIY artist as Amzy is the perfect place to be right now as an artist. DIY, all independent, doing your own thing, because of streaming. Anyway, what are you guys' thoughts?
How important is the music business? I feel like it becomes less important over time.
Yeah.
Like, you have some titans like Spotify and Apple who are kind of taking over everything.
So
It's positive. Yeah, very optimistic.
No, I try to be optimistic with it.
What's happened though is like the consumer of music has almost infinite choice and options. So it's like it's diversified the music that is accessible, kind of at the expense of like a very lucrative music business.
I see. Your most recent release project was the Unplugged release.
Yeah.
Tell me the idea and how it came to fruition.
So, I helped build a recording studio in Colorado, and in that process, it was such a large space. I thought doing a live concert, like unplugged type of thing, would be a great opportunity for some bands. And I thought, why not Amzy be the first to do that, because we kind of shine live, like I said, and a lot of people don't know the skeleton of our songs. They just hear this very produced pop rock thing happening, and we wanted to kind of break it down and show them that our songs are
And I think we'd had a couple sets in the past where we were like forced to do a little bit of that, like some lower volume stuff. And strangely enough, after that acoustic show, we kind of preferred that take on a couple of our songs than what they had existed as prior.
Yeah.
So it's like we found something, in our opinion, or in my opinion, that's even better on a couple of the songs.
So, many of you may not know, but the band is actually named after my mom, Amzy. She's right back there. And when we were in high school, Brennan and I would play this song a lot, and I think this is one of my mom's favorite songs to hear us sing and play. So, the song's called "I'll Follow You Into the Dark."
Love of mine, someday you will die, but I'll be close behind, follow you into the dark, blinding light, to tunnels, to gates of wine, just our hands clasped so tight, waiting for the hint of a spark. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the notes on their vacancy signs. If there's no one beside you, when your soul embarks, then I'll follow you into the dark. Catholic school, as vicious as Roman rule, I got my knuckles bruised by a lady in black, and I held my tongue as she told me, son, fear is the heart of love. So I never went back. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the nose on their vacancy signs. If there's no one beside you when your soul embarks, then I'll follow you into the dark. You and me have seen everything you see, from Bangkok to Calgary, and the soles of your shoes are all worn down. The time for sleep is now. There's nothing to cry about, 'cause we'll hold each other soon in the blackest of rooms. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the nose on their vacancy signs. If there's no one beside you when your soul embarks, then I'll follow you into the dark. Then I'll follow you into the dark.